All right, here comes the ticker.
Yo.
Woo! We are back with the most anticipated episode of the year. George Berdomas from Opus Elite Real Estate is in the house. Woo! You got it flowing on your SHIT, my brother? Is it going in your page?
It should. Hold on.
Make sure you share it. We got to maximize our viewership.
Let's get it. I think this is good enough. Post it. I'm ready.
You good?
Yeah.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You are watching another edition of the Superstars podcast. I am so excited. You have no idea what it took for me to get this guest on. I had to beg. I had to plead. I had to give up some time with my children, which I was happy to do. And George is happy to watch them for free. He is George Berdomas of Opus Elite Real Estate, the king, a.k.a. GQ George of Bucks County, Pennsylvania. What's up, my brother?
I appreciate you having me on, my man.
How are you?
Excited. I'm good, man. I'm good. What's going on?
Nothing much, man. So first and foremost, let's start off with your attire. Show everyone what you're rocking tonight, man.
The attire is Dunder Mifflin. I had just underwear on, but it's just sweatpants. So I gotta have something, you know?
Dude, I take you for an office guy. So, just based on understanding your wit and your charm and your type of humor, I feel like that's like right up your alley, no?
100%. I mean, I love the office, but I also love being a hermit at home. Like,
do you?
if I work from home doing real estate all the time, I would do it every day.
Yeah. Know? So, like, so when they say Netflix and chill, what up, Bruno? When they say Netflix and chill, I'll show you Bruno's comment there.
Love Bruno.
Yeah. What up, homie? I mean, he and his wife, they literally, if you're not in a romantic relationship, you just like live vicariously through them.
They're absolute powerhouse.
Oh man. Wait, so I gotta hear this. You already got me started. So what does your Netflix and chill look like?
Yeah, well, usually when I get home, it's usually if I'm late at night, it's easily gonna be throwing on, believe it or not, Everybody Loves Raymond or King of Queens. Oh yeah, the old school. Yeah.
Do you know every episode?
No, but my brother got me into a lot of the stuff when I was younger. We both love stuff. But Netflix-wise, I mean, I just finished, what was it? The NSYNC Backstreet Boys documentary.
Dude, I saw that. I saw that. Now, wait a second. I don't know your age. I think you're a little younger than I am. But regardless, you're 30. Dude, you're that
33
young.
and like 3/4, man. Like I got 2 more months till I'm
That's insane. You're that young, by the way. FYI.
I feel it, though. I feel
That's
all I can't help it.
Your resiliency after those long nights is starting to catch up with you, huh?
No idea. It's brutal. Like, I'm getting up every day, but we're just busy right now. It's crazy. You know how it is with the rates and everything.
Oh, we're gonna get into that. But for everyone that knows my shows, I spend more time on the BS than I do on the actual business.
I mean, that's where it's at, though. Who wants to be business every second?
Wait, so Netflix and chill. Wait. So Netflix and chill is just a term for like binge watching, right? That's what it's known for, right? So what is? I want to know what this is. So first and foremost, what's the longest consecutive period of time you've sat at home and just sat in front of a television and watched TV?
Wow. I mean, legit. I think when I was watching like Black Mirror or watching just any sort of show, I go through it in 8 hours at least.
8 hours?
Yeah, I can do 7, 8 hours. But like
Yeah.
that's there's a piss break in between though. There's no bucket.
Well, that's good. I'm glad you go to the bathroom. So you do. So you could do Black Mirror. You go 8 straight hours. What about the munchies, dude? Like, are you a snacker?
Dude. Well, the go-to, if you saw my drawer now, I have those muffins, the crappy 4-pack that you get. You spend like $8 on for like 4 of them, and you get 4 little muffins in a bag.
Yeah. You mean the snack packs that the kids eat?
Yeah, those. I have Gushers, and now I got Black Forest. I got it right here. I literally just ate like a bunch beforehand. So it's just...
Wait. So are you telling me basically what I see is what I get with you?
That's it. 100%. Muffin. Mark's coming. I mean, I feel like I'm a muffin,
Oh my God, dude!
Sweet, I think
but like, I mean, well, I'll tell you, like, dude, I have a binge eating issue. I have huge binge eating issue. Are you an emotional eater?
I can be an emotional eater at times. If I'm stressed, I'll just eat while I'm eating, like I'm making an offer. I know it's not going to get accepted half the time, in this market, But, I'm eating and drinking, whatever's in front of me pretty much. But I love to eat just in general, though. I mean, I didn't get this body for nothing,
Yeah,
this body for hard work and dedication.
I will say I admire the dad bod. Me too. I am a dad bod sort of guy.
Yeah, I'm a dad bod minus the children, though. I don't have any kids that I know of.
So like in your single days, have you ever had people just come straight up and be like, "I love your dad bod"? Does that work for you?
I mean, I would say. Half the girl, it's a crapshoot, because I just don't care. So half the girls will be like, "Oh no," and I'm like, "Well, I can't change this, I can, but I just don't want to, And then the other half is just like, "Fine, I'm a hairy dude, It's just where in the gay community, I'm a bear, and I love it. I love everybody. I love it.
Excuse me. Wow, that's great. You did a lot in a really short period of time. We covered a lot. So you're a bear. So do you have more success in the straight community or the gay community?
Every community. Because I'm the most open person you'll meet, man. It's like
you are.
I just love to meet new backgrounds and cultural differences. I think that's the best thing in life. Who wants to be around the same people? Everybody's got different things,
I agree. So I want to explore that part. So I got so excited you were coming on the show. The entire structure just blew up because I usually have this this whole path. It's like an evolution where you learn about the individual and then you get to the meat. But I'm just so excited that I saw you on the show. I'm like, I'm just gonna blow everything up and ask all the good questions. So one of the questions that I had for you is how did you get this good looking?
Well, I would say, I didn't pay for it, thank God. So, I mean, my mom and dad, they just, I don't know what they did. I don't even think half the time I am good looking, to be honest with you. Half the time I'm like, man, what the girls see in me, But, yeah, my dad, it's just nuts. And, but I don't know, man, life's just crazy. And I think I've learned as my path in my 30s now. From my 20s, I was like 190, 200 pounds, and now gaining 90 pounds. But I take full accountability for my actions, I think, I know how I gained the weight that I have, So
do you when you send in your offers? Do you usually send it with your picture?
Shirtless.
You did shirtless. Shirtless.
It's kind of crazy with my offers. And I think a lot of realtors should adapt this, is where they should have a template of like the breakdown of the offer very in detail,
Yeah.
because and copy the mortgage person. Like,
Yeah.
we both are going to be doing it,
Yeah.
So if we're not, in communication with the agent, they're not going to take us,
If your offer came in shirtless, like in the actual email, I would 100% accept it. Like I literally would 100%. Like, there's no doubt in my mind that you would stand out. And you do stand out. And let me tell you, you stand out in a good way. I've never met a person. I've never met a person that has said a bad thing about you. It's just when they
you have met the other people that no, I'm just kidding.
Well, listen, it's even if, look, there are people you lose in deals to that you're like, that guy's a DICK, like F him, Angul, whatever. But for you, like, let's be totally honest. For you, you don't want to, like, you just want to hug you. You just want to give you a big hug.
What's crazy is when I lose the offer, I just ask the agent, and I'm like, what can we do better? And if they don't want to, I'm like, all right, no problem. I don't have an aloof kind of situation. I can't control it. I used to always just
look at all this love you're getting. You've gotten more comments in 10 minutes than I've had the entire show. This is like my 1600th episode.
It's about as long as I last is 10 minutes. So it's about that's a good day.
That's what she said. Oh,
but it's so crazy. I used to take this job like really stressed at certain things. When I couldn't control the situation, I'd be like, I'd beat myself up. But then I'm like, there's so many moving parts that I didn't realize. But once you have an organized way of doing everything, it's not a bad job. And it's a lot of fun most days. You know how it is. Trying to get the clear to close. It's better than I love you,
I will say that, like, you have to have this type of personality towards it, because it can be super stressful. Number one, it's ridiculously competitive. And I'd rather have people like me than despise me. Yeah.
You don't want to be despised. It's like, then you're going to be in the cafeteria and they're going to in the school hall, and you're stuck in the corner. No one wants to be near you. Take you off. But for me, it's just nuts.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
like, I'm at the point in my career now, 6 years. I put up $400,000 houses. I didn't even think that would be possible.
Nuts.
It's about the network you have, right?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
And people like, what do you do? Like, how do you have so much people want to work? I'm like, I don't know, man. I'm very like, you want to work with me. If you don't, I truly don't care. It's your loss, but it's also, don't come back to me if something gets an issue,
Yeah.
And I tell my clients straight up, I'm like, if I don't know something, then I tell them.
Look at Mark. What you messing? Listen, cue ball. Why are you throwing shade in my hair? I know. I always. You know what? It's funny, George. I always look like a schlep when I come on these shows. I don't understand why.
I know, but Mark's headshot's still like always legit since I've met him.
Dude, that headshot. Let me see if we can. I wish we could zoom in. Mark. When is that headshot actually from?
That's got to be 8 years ago.
Yeah, dude, that's when he actually was still selling properties. Now he's out there building an empire, bro. I don't know when that
understatement. I mean, when we started, I think I started him in January, almost 3 years now. It flew though, man. I mean, there was 20 agents, and now I think we're at 150, which is amazing. And
look, he said 8 years. 8 years. You were right.
I called it. Said it right. I said 8 years.
Wow. I'm impressed.
He hasn't aged a day.
He has not. He still looks the same.
Wait till I get in my 40s. Wait till you see that look, man. That's all.
Correction, George. 170 agents.
170 now? Oh my
170 God. Agents.
It's incredible. I mean, I love the fact that, like, what we're doing for our brand, and now it's like a lot of community and stuff. I know, honestly, I'm not always there for the community aspect, but I love how much we do as a company because I'm so busy all the time, just with life and and my just trying to get everything together. It's just a lot.
You'll appreciate. Do you know how Mark and I first met? Our first interaction. He was.
I don't know.
You're gonna guess. What were you gonna say?
Strip club.
Why would you think that?
I mean, two of the most amazing rambunctious personalities in the game.
No, dude. So he was doing at his old office, he was doing a fundraiser. I think it was, he'll correct me, Saint Baldino or Saint something or other. And it was like a drive for cutting hair. And I was, I'm gonna come up and I'll shave your logo in my head, dude. And he's like, fine, okay. And I'm like, wait, what? And like me, I'm a lender trying to like get into his. I'm like, I guess I gotta shave my head like a ding dong, right? Well, long story short, I didn't end up actually going, but it still at least worked out to my advantage. I shouldn't even be showing this.
Incredible.
Oh,
my God. I just love it.
No,
keep going. Fire it away.
All right, no, I got a lot. I'm telling you, packing this in an hour, and it's so funny. I'll tell everyone, like, George tried to go on like 2 hours earlier. He's like, dude, I don't think I'm gonna make it. He's like, it's super late, man. And I'm like, yeah, listen, bro, this is prime time. This is when you get your
Gushers time,
Yeah, you're going out after this.
I'm gonna go have fun, get a drink, have fun, good time.
Yeah, come on, bro.
Get out there a little bit and go sleep. Get up at 6 a.m. and do it all over again.
And you know what, George? The best part about going out is you never know when you can meet the next missus. You know what I mean?
That's not going to be for decades at this point. I'm good with that. I've just been traveling a lot, man. That's what's been the best part about, with real estate. You can have that flexibility, to travel. But then there's the part where it's like you're on vacation and you're still working, but that's fine. It's just a give and take, I think
a lot of realtors. It really is.
Balance.
It is a give and take. You're 100% right. Yeah,
you got to balance. If you don't balance in this job, it's hard to be successful. I think that's what I've learned, to try to balance more.
Do you have nightmares about your phone battery dying? Because I do.
I have nightmares about real estate. I had one 3 days ago. It wasn't even. I'm not even having a deal going on. I just had a random transaction deal, thinking something's falling apart. I woke up sweating. Like,
do you ever have? Do you ever have nightmares about Ken Prouse stealing your lunch?
I thought I did once or twice, honestly. I don't think he would be able to, because I eat so fast, it would be gone before he even comes towards me. I worked in a restaurant for 12 years, so I was shoveling food in between my shifts.
Oh, wait a second. Oh, you see what I mean? I'm going to tell you what, I'm going to pull this shit show by the horns right now and bring it back, because I feel like I'm missing so many good details. All right.
Oh, there's a million details.
All right. So let's do what I'm supposed to be doing. All right.
Yeah.
So George Baby Berdomas was born. Tell me where you were born. Where were you raised?
October 9th, 1990 in Levittown, Pennsylvania.
Levittown, Pennsylvania.
Outside of Philadelphia.
Okay. Levittown. And one of how many? You're one of how many?
Of two. My little brother's 30. He's always going to be my little brother. He's a hustler too.
What's he do? What's your brother?
He works for a uniform company. He's got his own little side hustle, and I love it. I'm really proud of him. And he drives to Delaware and then drives all day and then is delivering mats and making sales and doing his thing.
Good for him, man.
Love it. It's like our personalities.
What I missed that part. What was that?
We're both of our personalities are people personalities. We got that a lot from like our parents, from what they've done.
Yeah.
It's just where I'm at in my life. I've worked with people my whole life, so it's like transitioning into real estate was nothing. It's the learning of the contract that was a lot. That
was brutal for you.
It was great. I mean, I think in the 6 years I've had one where I fought for a deposit, and that's pretty good for percentage of how many times I've had to fight for a deposit. It was tough.
Did you have to take your shirt off?
No, I mean the client I was working with. I got 6. I remember I got 6 of the 10 grand back.
Oh, all right.
And I didn't ask for anything, and I worked my butt off. And he was going for a house afterwards. I was trying to help him, and he was out in the middle, pretty far away. But I was willing to help him. But I was being very straight up, like, "Yo, you're not going to get this house with the market of what they're looking for." And then he's like, "I'm just going to go somewhere else." I'm like, "All right, whatever. I don't have time for this, man. Like, you're on your own. I think the biggest thing, and you know this too, is loyalty and respect from not only the agents but the clients you work with, right? So
Yeah,
it's just you want to feel valued as much as they want to feel valued. Like
that's true.
we're thrown into the wolves, man. They can just throw us in the grinder and go to another realtor. I just found out there's 4,500 of us just in Bucks County. It's insane.
Just in Bucks County?
Yeah.
Wow.
So when I go to a listing appointment, I'm thinking already mentally there's 4 to 5 people I'm going against. Now I know my value is different than other people and my approach is different, but also it's like if I don't get the listing, I'm not surprised just because someone knows someone or they might think that they might do a better job. But at the end of the day, it's their decision. I don't take it to heart anymore. I used to take it to heart really bad, when I was younger. Yeah, because you try so hard to make it in this business, and now establishing now to where I want to be and get, where it's at. I think I'm finally at the next part of my stage in real estate where it's like all my clients who've closed in the past 3 to 5 years are starting to kind of, it's all about referrals, right? Mm-hmm. So I always tell people it's the 3 R's in real estate. It's being realistic, setting the expectations within it, being responsive with your clients. And if you have those 2 together, you're going to get the referrals. I mean, not that we're forcing our clients to give referrals to us, but that's what we strive for. It's your sphere of influence. That's where my success really does come from, is everybody I know, for sure.
So are you more calculated than I thought? Am I underestimating George Berdomas? No, I'm being serious.
A numbers guy. Yeah.
Yeah, are you?
I'm a huge numbers guy, for sure. More than comprehension reading. I was not a reader. I mean, it took me 4 times to pass the real estate exam.
Yeah, but you want to know the truth? It sounds to me like a lot of your success isn't by accident.
It's so crazy. So it's like that's the perfect way to put it in some ways, because the new builds that I got that are put up, the 4 new builds for that are $800,000 a piece.
Tell me about those. Tell me about those, by the way. What's those?
They're incredible. Shout out to F&J Construction. They're a great company to work with. Responsive with me, getting answers for these buyers. But I think what's cool is this is my first new build experience, and I'm hooked because it's something I've never done. It's a whole different experience because it's almost like you're studying the houses. You got to know everything about the houses, the customizations that could be allowed, how much it would cost. And then also it's the experience, not just of the sale, but you want to make the clients feel comfortable. And I feel like if a lot of these builders out there I've seen, they're just like, this is our product. It's flexibility. It's going to cost this much more, but we try to give it, we want to give and take with these people. It's going to cost you this, but this is the product that you're going to get at the end of the day. And we've sold 2 in the first 2 weeks. And I've just sold, knock on wood, not selling it. Hopefully another one the next day of the 4. So I only have 1 left within this 1 month. I've put it out there. It's just insane, man. And I didn't think I just love it. I'm hooked. I just want to find the next new build and design, and I'm learning so much in between with the engineering and all that. I did civil engineering in high school for 4 years too.
Did you?
Yeah, that's why I'm calculating.
See, I'm missing the details, bro. You know what? You segued into it, so I want to know what you were like in high school. I wish I had a picture.
If you're a fly on the wall, I mean, I was 170 when I checked out of high school. I was a Hollister Abercrombie kid.
I dig that.
I was built great. I mean, I was built I didn't have facial hair, couldn't grow facial hair. Then, I mean,
What was high school? Where was high school for you?
Tech high school.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You went to Tech high school.
Loved it.
Yeah.
Would have went to Truman, but I didn't want to go there. Nothing against them, but just wanted to go to Tech. And it's cool. You were with everybody who, just everything going on. Everybody was in different. There's Truman, the Chamonix, Pennsbury, all these different places that all come to this tech school. It's like a diversified amount of people, right?
Yeah.
So, what did Gianna say?
Oh, I'm live. That's why I didn't text her back.
It's just but it's crazy because I did civil in high school. I was top 2 in the class. I loved it, but I just
whoa. Yeah.
Whoa.
you went into high school with a an actual trade.
Yeah.
You wanted to become a civil engineer.
Yeah.
What's it like? So you didn't do anything bad in high school?
No, I was a good kid. Well, I
Dude,
drank.
what?
I drank and partied.
This is the most boring high school story I've ever.
Listen. I drank and partied a little bit with my friends. You know, they all brought me up.
That's what I want to know. I want to know what kind of stuff you did with the techie, with the civil engineering stuff.
The civil engineers are super chill, and they'll tell you like and I'm still friends with a lot of them to this day. You know, I still keep in touch, and but we it's crazy. Like, we did an exploratory program when we were freshman year. You go to all these different trades, like auto and HVAC and everything.
Yeah.
And you just pick which one you want to hopefully go for, and then you go with it. And I took civil, and I loved it. But when I was done high school, I didn't know if I wanted to be a civil engineer. You know.
So what did you do? So I'm going to ask you some stupid questions. What does a civil engineer do?
So what we did in high school was we would do like floor plan, like outside like topography plans, pretty much, and calculations with like backpacks to basically take data points to. It's hard to do in layman's terms to basically show the slope or like the stormwater management of like a piece of land or something. So like all this stupid shit back in the day transitioned to real estate because I never thought I'd be a realtor, So it's kind of funny,
So this boisterous, excitable, fun-loving personality did not come out in tech school, or did?
Oh, it did, yeah.
Oh, it did. Okay.
I think honestly, I've tamed back in the past couple of years. If you want,
have you?
Before real estate? Oh yeah, for sure.
So you graduate number 2 in high school.
Yeah,
and that's a big interesting what's it called, misconception that you can be cool and be a tool, right?
The crazy part is I've always still am very humble, like just like and Jen knows. Jen just said it. She's known me since I was little. So we used to work together at a pharmacy. So,
oh yeah.
Oh my God! You want to talk about the most stressful job? That's the most stressful job I've ever had.
Whoa! Give me the rundown of all the side hustles you've had. Go ahead.
Oh God!
Come on, I want to hear these.
Start from 15.
Yeah, go ahead.
15. So it's Wendy's, Sesame Place.
Wait! Whoa! One by one. Wendy's. Yeah. All right, Wendy's.
Sesame Place.
Well, hold on. Stop. Give me. I want your perspective of
how awful it was.
Yeah, I want to know what you did. I want you to demystify it. I love the Frosties, and I used to go to that lunch buffet they had with that like strawberry banana stuff. You know what I'm talking about?
Like $5.75 an hour.
So you made $5.75, and what did you do there? French fries
and did the flipping the burgers.
So that was your claim to fame?
The claim to fame will always be Julio's for sure.
Wait, all right. So you gave me nothing on Wendy's. Then what?
Then I worked at Sesame Place for 2 weeks.
Gianna wants to know if you were the Cookie Monster.
No, I was. I feel like a cookie, I look like a cookie, So.
Wait, so you're 2 weeks at Sesame. What'd you do there?
I was scrubbing toilets, and at 15 years old, or 16, I said, F this. I'm out for $4.25 an hour before taxes, mind you. So what am I supposed to do?
You scrubbed toilets at Sesame Place. Yep. Okay, awesome. And then what?
Then I worked at Julio's.
Then you were okay. So what's I don't know anything about Julio's.
Pizza place in Fairless Hills. I was there for 12 years.
12. So that's your longest standing job.
Tenure. Longest tenure. And pretty much while working there, I also worked at Golf Galaxy. And that's where I learned sales and shit. I'm 17 years old, mind you.
All right. So you're 17. And it's called Julio's or Julio's? What's it called?
It is what's that?
Julio's or Julio's? What's it called?
Julio's. Oh my God, everybody says Julio's and it just gets me it's just like, what the hell?
No, but so is this like a known place? Is it still there?
It's still there. I mean, it's a great place. There
They
was a
have
lot
good panzerottis. Like, what's their thing, bro? You ain't giving me nothing.
Ginicotti. That's basically a panzerotti, but better, way better.
Wait, what is it called?
A ginicotti.
What's that?
It's an inside-out stromboli fried.
Ooh.
It's like a heart attack in a plate. So,
that sounds good, though.
I've only had like 4 of them my whole career there.
Wow.
It wasn't my jam. But mind you, those 2 jobs, then I was working a 3rd job as 17 years old at another pizza place delivering pizzas.
Wait. So you're doing 3 at once?
3 jobs at once at 17.
All right. What'd you do at Julio's?
I did everything. I went from doing cheesesteaks, pizzas.
Yeah.
Delivering pizzas was the big thing. I was a dishwasher. I loved it. Dishwasher was great.
All right. And so anything good about making pizzas? Well, hold on. Time out. Have any good stories about being a pizza delivery boy? That's a better question.
Oh, all right.
What was that movie? What was that movie where the pizza delivery guy was the call guy? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Wasn't that Patrick Dempsey?
Yeah.
I never saw it though. It was called Lover. No, it's not Lover.
Loverboy. It might have been Loverboy.
Yeah.
Dude, that's you, man.
Yeah, so I have too many stories, and I don't know if I have enough time. That's the problem. So BJ's my best friend. We both worked there, and we could go through it all day on that place. The craziest, one of the funniest stories that's G-rated is I was delivering one time, and I had a bag, a huge, like $60 worth of food in the bag, and I dropped it on the pavement, right? So I'm scraping it back in the bag, and the rubble's getting in there and everything, right? So I'm putting it in, and I'm walking up to the what do you call it? To the person's house.
You tried to deliver it?
I did. No, I did. Just listen. So I knock on the door. I asked the lady. I didn't lie. I said, "Listen, lady, I dropped all your food on the ground in front of your sidewalk," and she's like, "Don't worry about it. It's for the kids." And then she gave me a $5 tip, and I begged. I left. It was the best. I'll never forget that.
So she fed her poor kid the food you dropped on the floor.
And I still got tipped really well.
Oh, my God, dude.
I think it's because I was being honest. I think that transitions in the real estate. You got to be honest.
Oh, my God.
Right?
All right. So that's what you got for me in that arena. No lover boy stories, right?
No.
Okay. So Golf Galaxy, this is where you first learned sales.
You're right. Yeah, for sure. I mean, that was 17 years old, 18 years old, you know?
So what's the shtick at Golf Galaxy? You're trying to sell people the dream that they'll be good at golf with this stick or what?
No, I mean, the thing is people think, and I do it myself, is that you get new golf clubs, it's going to make you better, but it's really
right.
not.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah.
So, but it's just a matter of, I think it was just learning how to talk to people and learning what they needed and what they wanted. You weren't, if you really could sell any golf club because you just got to be realistic with the people. Just be real. Like, listen, you want this or not? I don't care. You know, I think if people try to sell too hard, especially on a house, it's like, you can't sell a house. Like, the house sells itself, right? Like, our buyers know what they want. I'm not going to be like, you should buy this house, right? I don't want it. I'm like, you should buy it now. Like, I'm not going to be like that. Like,
will you talk people out of a bad house?
Oh, for sure. All the time. But then if they're like, I really want it, I'm like, I literally tell my clients, I'm like, I really don't care what you buy. I want you to be happy. I just want you to be happy. I want you to be happy, but I want you to get all your inspections done and just your due diligence. Like, you have to make this payment. I don't have to. Yeah. I don't think I'll tell you, like, mechanically wise about the house, like, if you ask me my opinion, but I never give my opinion on the house unless they ask me. Because it's not my house, you know? It's what they want. But it's my job to get them the house as best as I can, you know?
And I think you do that well.
Oh, I think I don't even know how many houses I've sold, to be honest with you. Maybe 1 or 2. I always say 1 or 2. But it's also like, you know, it's like you said, it's always you want to build these network relationships with people because they know how you work, they value you, and it's just a good time. It's a great. Who doesn't want to party,
dude? At the end of the day, it's 100%. Like, when people, like, when a lead comes through to me, it's the first follow up is, let's talk. And they're like, why you want to talk? I was like, because if we don't talk, you have no loyalty. You don't know who I am. I'm just a text message. That's all I am. So you have to establish that rapport because that's what sticks with people, man. It's 100% what sticks with people.
You have to. And I mean, if you just real and want to talk to them, I think people are just going to want to value exactly what's going on. You know, like
I want to get I want to get back to golf clubs for a minute, though.
Yeah.
So I am not a big golfer, but I will tell you, I have fun when I go out. But I will say that the selling of golf clubs is probably one of the biggest shams because at the end of the day, it's the same shit. It's the same shit. So I want to understand the business behind selling a golf club. Selling like a wood is what, like a $400 or $500 thing? Like what are the drivers?
600, 700.
600. What are you making on that? What are you making on that?
I didn't make any commission. It was just an hourly wage.
Oh, you didn't make any commission?
No, but I was getting the incentives of underpriced golf clubs when I worked there for like to buy them and get free balls and stuff. Like,
so that's what they would use you. So
they used my services to.
Yeah, so if you didn't like golf, legit, it wasn't a good place for you.
I don't think so, but I think people who didn't golf, people who worked there still didn't golf, but they still had a good time working there. But like,
yeah,
they it's just the Gumby Vulcans thing. They tricked me.
They definitely tricked him, and I think Opus did the same thing with you. They promised you a certain amount of sweets and cookies for every amount of sales, and have they come through on their promise? That's the question.
You know what the best part about them is that they didn't recruit me. I came to them and asked them a couple questions, and then next thing you know, it was more organic. It was never like they called me, you know, to be like, hey, where are you going? What's going on? I just was like, yo, let's go out to dinner, and then boom. Turned into now I'm here. You know what I mean? I do think me going there helped some other agents realize that, you know, what they could do and what they can be valued for, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm glad that I can help, you know, the company build where they're at now. I mean, it's just insane. Like 170 agents, you know?
Well, was there ever a discussion of you being the Opus mascot?
I don't think I could fit in the mascot thing, to be honest with you. I asked I told him I would do it. I just don't think I'd fit in auto. If you really want to be real, though, like, hear me out. I don't think I fit in that thing. I'll break the legs. You know?
Yeah.
It's just crazy. I mean, I love that mascot. I would rock it all day. I just think I'd sweat a lot, though.
I think you would sweat a lot. That's for damn.
I don't know what's gonna happen.
I don't know. I don't know the ventilation in it, but I definitely don't want to try either.
It's just mind blowing. I mean, I look at that, I'm like, there's no way I could freaking do that.
Let me ask you a question. How many people do you think know who the mascot is? Like who the person in the costume is?
I think it's
publicly.
A plethora of people, to be honest with you.
Do you think that?
You know, I think they switcheroo in that costume.
Wait a second. I thought it was always the same person.
I don't know who it would be, though. Because we know it's not Mark.
No, it's definitely not Mark.
No. I feel like he'd be running around like a crazy person.
He'd be tripping over himself. Oh my god! You know who it is. You know who it is.
I really don't. I swear to God.
You don't know who it is?
No.
Really?
Did we tell it on here?
I don't know. You do know who it is, though, right?
No, I really don't. I swear to God. I swear on honor.
You don't know who it is?
No.
Okay. All right. No. Well, I'll keep it a secret because I don't want to blow up anyone's spot. But I feel like it is always the same person. I could be wrong. And maybe Volkan and Mark, if they're watching, can tell us if they rotate people in that costume. But I don't think they do.
No. I mean, I couldn't fit in the damn thing. There's no way.
All right. So you go to Golf Galaxy. Then what? We're not done the side hustles. It's Mark. Volkan said it's Mark. Look. He said it's Mark in the costume.
George, where have you? Yeah, George, where have you been? I've lived under a rock and like I feel like, you know.
I actually had to pay him to come on the show.
You know, I just work everywhere. You know, I just kind of, you know, and then my state job's pretty cool. It's pretty chill, you know, and that's.
I thought you don't want to talk about it. I thought you don't want to talk about it.
Nah, it's fine. I like talking about it. Air quality radiation people.
Yeah.
They're good people. I love them. They're really cool. I've been at the state 11 years, and I've had a lot of great bosses through my tenure. And now with my new job there, I love it. So, and that's what I tell the clients up front. Like, listen, I work during the day. You can't talk to me during the day. You got to respect my time, and they do.
Yeah.
But most people
That's cool.
can't see houses after 5 o'clock anyway. So and if someone can, I just go to, just juggle and ask someone else to show it for me in my meantime.
So can we get real for a little bit?
Who could?
Yeah, I want to hear about. So
Shirt
you've been
off? No, just
no. How long have you, How long have you been single?
a year.
A year, right? So what's the landscape? I haven't been single since. Oh my God, I got married in 2012. I started dating my wife in 2008. Dude, I haven't been single since 2008.
To be honest with you, I'm so focused on golf that
Yeah.
I just want to play golf every day. That the dating world for me is non-existent, and that's fine. Like I just don't want to. I'm not worried about like finding to be with someone or to be. I like because I've traveled I've flown probably 15 times at least this year alone.
And why are you doing all that traveling?
I think it's more just like I missed out on a lot during real estate. I would say probably the first 3 years, especially COVID. Like we couldn't travel. I'm just making up for lost time. I was so focused on my clients, feeling like if I'm not there tethering them, like they think I'm like not doing like that job. But then I realized like I could be on vacation or a different state or country and still do my job or get someone to help me. I think that's the best part about Opus is like there's a million people that can help me. It's the same thing with me helping them. I think that's the coolest thing is the flexibility with people wanting to help each other in our offices. Our 6 offices, I think now, right?
Yeah, you have a lot. There's a lot. There's a lot going on over there.
I was going to put a big orange Opus sign on my door in my house, but I don't know if that's regulated for the Bucks County Association of Realtors. So.
Well, yeah, and you don't want to. We're probably going to get sanctioned on this show for all kinds of bad.
In our settlement, I feel like if I think the dating world should be like there should be a touring agreement for when you go out and date. Like it's hey, this isn't a signed contract. It's just like here you go.
Have you ever been hit on in a transaction?
No, thank God.
Yeah.
No, that's fine. I've learned. What's cool is I like that I really take my profession. I'm very like I take it so serious because I don't want something bad to happen down the road.
Yeah.
Or I had to learn. First couple years, I was take everything so personal to personal, but now it's like I'm really separating personal with business, which is cool. Especially close. I mean, I've had close friends and close, like literally blood family, not use me as a realtor, but I just can't. I can't, take that to heart. As much as I would love to help them, but it's just there's nothing I can do about it. It's just
that's a good attitude.
You have to. I mean, what am I going to do? I mean, I understand that some people don't want their family involved, but you would think that it'd be you'd put twice as much like eyes on it because it's your family. But also, I treat my clients I treat them like family too because I want them to all feel comfortable and I want their opinions to be valued. I think that's the most important thing. I think there's a lot of realtors that can, I learned from them on their sales tactics and stuff. I don't even call it tactics. There's this guy I follow and I really like admire and look up to him in a way. Believe it or not, he's a jet salesman.
Yeah.
Private jet salesman. And I came across him on Facebook and the way he sells a jet is he sells the expectations to the client. He's like, you just tell me what you're looking for, price range, blah, 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 blah. And he eliminates it down for the client. And then it makes it so much easier for them to pick what they want. It's almost like a house. If you tell me what you're looking for, it's like you take all these different ways instead of being like, here's every house. Let's go see every house. No one wants to waste their time on that. Just tell me what you're looking for so we don't waste our time, Right. And I think a lot of realtors just want to show every house. I used to do it all the time, but now I'm like, I don't want to show every house because it's just a waste of time, because I know what the client is looking for,
Right.
And once you start to get the feel of what they're looking for, it's everything. And getting an off-market deal is cool too, though. Once the blue moon,
that really gets your gears going, huh?
Off-market deal. I mean, I think that's what is good is when you have a network that you get to build, and they see how you work, they're gonna want to work with you. If it's off market, great. But like for my listing side of it, I don't I don't do off market as much unless the client wants to, but I tell them like you could be losing a lot of money on the table if you don't go to the market.
Yeah.
And that's what most of them do. They want to go to the market, see what happens, and just test the waters. But I think the most important thing that I've learned now in the past couple of years is expectations. Like if we don't set whether it's the mortgage side, the lender side, the title side, if we don't set the expectations from the beginning, we're never gonna. It won't succeed, to be honest.
Well, it's funny you mentioned that. I have a saying, and it's true. I probably kill as many deals as I close. I know in a good way, because
Yeah.
if it ain't working, I ain't gonna waste your time. It's like I know very quickly if we got a problem.
It's like, the underwriter's not going to fly with your 1.5 years of unemployment.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but it's crazy. I think a lot of agents could value and learn from the mortgage side of it, and I think that they should want to reach out to you or a mortgage person to learn the mortgage process, because a lot of realtors I've seen, they're like, oh, I'll just talk to the lender. They'll just talk to them. But the problem is like when most of about 35% of my business is from open houses. Like I just talk to the people. I ask them the financial questions, like what their monthly payment comfortability is, how much money they have down. If those two questions don't match up, then I know they're either ready or they're not ready, But then I can pretty much I feel like I can pre-underwrite the people right beforehand, because I can kind of see like what's their credit score, can they qualify for a grant with their income limits? Most, you need to know these income limits, because, I've had people that I've worked with that I said, hey, I can get people that can help you in the mortgage side, but then they don't qualify. Then they're blaming me. I'm like, I can't control your assets and your, what you have, but then they don't want to.
I can't control your assets.
Yeah, like I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I can't control their jobs and everything, like what they require. I'm just telling you what you can do or what the option is. But I think a lot of people just don't want to hear that. I think that's
well, of course not. Yeah,
it's just crazy. I think it's a great business, and I can't wait to see what the future is going to be this next year. Year and a half with these new NAR, quote unquote, rules that are just. I think it's a lot of stress and overthinking right now. I think we just got.
Well, why would it stress out someone like you? Who and I don't know how. Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
How well practiced is your actual pitch, or is that just you authentically being? Because that's the thing I will say about you.
Yeah.
Whether it's intentional or not, you come off very friendly, very approachable.
Yeah.
Is that something that you work to do, or is that just you?
No, it's just me. I've learned that there's so many people that use like a what is it called, like a script. So, and I just am like, what are you looking for? What's up? What do you got going on? But the crazy part is like people come to one of my open houses. I have a sign-in sheet. I don't force them to sign in. I'm like, I literally say, this is exactly what I say to everyone. I'm like, how you doing? Good. I'm like, if you want to sign in, it's up to you. I truly don't care. And then they laugh. But they laugh, but it breaks the ice in a way, because most agents want you to sign in and put your agent down. But most of those people that laugh, they sometimes are like, you know what? I'll put my stuff down. Give me a call whenever you can, type of thing.
Yeah.
And I think that's the biggest thing, is like seeing that. And I don't know. I find it really rewarding when I work with people I've never met before, because you build a relationship that you've never met before. And I don't even know. I would say probably half of my business is people I don't even know. Like I've never met before until real estate, and became friends, and kind of like almost feels like family, because I go, if I see them or get together with them, and they're so loyal to me. I think that's the coolest thing. I think it feels good when people, like, they say you did a great job, and especially like my counterparts, like the other agents, and lenders, But when other agents, value how how much pride I take in with working with them, I think that's probably one of the most rewarding things too, because that's what helps me get the deal done, is because they know how I work. And I'm going to be honest, upfront, and blunt. Like I'm not going to sit and BS with you. Like I have no idea half the time, So. But it's like half the time I'm just like, what do I, if I don't know, I tell my clients all the time, even the sellers, like if I don't know something, I have people who do, And I'm not going to sit here and tell you I know it when I don't know it, But I'll tell you, like, I do tell the clients, like, especially sellers, I'm like, I have a very strong social media presence with Facebook and Instagram, that's free, and I don't even try to push the real estate as much as I, should, but I just don't want my, I guess my feeds to be all real estate because I think
what might somebody following your social feed see?
I would say, there's I would say there's either a concert, right? We got a concert here and there. I would say there's the meat slapping of the cooking, and a lot of shirtless dancing videos. I think those are your top three. But and I think it's just I just love showing traveling. I just like posting funny stuff because I feel like if you are always posting real estate all the time, it will disengage the people on your social media.
Yeah, I agree with that.
But I like to post social. I'll put real estate stuff every other day or whatever. But
yeah,
at the same time, I'm like, my life's not all real estate. Like, I don't want to be drowned in just doing real estate every day because that's what I was doing the past couple of years and burning myself out fast. But now I've learned to balance my time a lot better because I was so worried on deals not closing during COVID. I didn't realize how much of an impact COVID had on me mentally from a business standpoint. It was great business wise, but I think we all in the business, especially with mortgages, with refis, and purchases, it was like clockwork. You feel like you didn't even see your family half the time, Like I showed 1 million houses and I put 1 million offers in them. It was a great time, but it was also mentally just a blur, And
who's been the greatest, whether it's been a direct or indirect influence on you, real estate wise?
Hands down, Diane Flaherty. She was a title person I worked with for like 3-4 years, and I met her through my dad. She sadly passed away, but she was the title person I went to all the time for questions, and she did all my title work. I think when she passed away, it was like losing a second mom, pretty much. It sucked,
Yeah.
But I would call her at 10 o'clock at night, and she'd be like, she would tell me she knew that agreement of sale like it was the back of her hand, right? So she saved probably at least 10 deals, just from her experience and she taught me how to diffuse stressful situations because I'm a very ramped up person. Like if someone starts going at me, I start going up. So she taught me how to diffuse that, and I think that helped me for sure. With the crazier people I work with. I love the crazy people, but I think that's what they want, to learn how do I diffuse this situation or how can we work around it? I think the coolest thing about real estate is so unpredictable, right? Like you can have the smoothest closing and then the day beforehand, it's not clear to close, Like I have one I'm working with right now, it's so smooth, but the PHFA grant is taking forever, but there's nothing we can do about it. It's the state. And she definitely was the number one influence for sure. I mean, that was a hard thing, but then now I work with the Rockstar title company. They're really great. They've been great to me, and they treat me like gold. And they have a great support system there. And I definitely love like Nicole and all them. They treat me like gold. And I have no.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I think that's the coolest thing is having support not only from your title company, your mortgage people. Look. Like we're really cool. We never done a mortgage together yet.
I know.
I'm slacking, but
wait, you see what I can do, George.
I think that's the coolest thing. Is like, and I have Mark and Vulcan and Kristen. Like they're all management. That if I have issues, they're there. Boom. But they know when I'm calling them or texting them, like I really don't know the answer, and it could be something I'm kind of screwed on. But I think it's like a repetitive motion where once you get through about 5 to 7 of deals in the beginning, I think it just gets better, and you develop a system. Like I give a checklist to my clients in the beginning. So, and I just give an introductory email, just to like, hey, this is what's going to happen. This is the part of the transaction, what's going on and stuff too. So it's just cool.
So I want to ask you, let's get super deep.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you a 5-year plan. What does the next 5 years look like for you personally and professionally? What do you want for yourself?
Wow.
George to 40. Let's do it.
I'm pretty much almost 40 at that point.
Yeah.
I think the craziest part is I didn't realize I would hit a lot of my goals in life at 33 years old. I think that's been the most overwhelming thing from a like I got the house I wanted, I built my house from scratch. I mean, from a real estate perspective, I think the biggest 5-year plan would be I'd love to develop into the higher end homes, like luxury style, just to get into that part of it. Even though honestly, I'm like the Adam Sandler of realtors, like I just dress real down. I'm pretty humble. I don't really care what I look like, but I do well, and I would love to get into that next level of luxury market, wherever it's at in PA. I'd love to get my Jersey license. I mean, I failed twice. That's another big thing.
The number 2 civil engineer.
Civil engineer, a civil engineer would be great. I mean, honestly, man, another thing in real estate, I'm really happy where I'm at Opus, and a lot of people think that they're going to do their own brokerage. They're going to do. I'm like, I'm good. Like, I don't want to be in my own.
I feel the same way.
I like working, like having people above me with support. I don't want to have my own brokerage. That liability.
No, it sucks.
It's a lot of.
It doesn't suck, but it's like like you just want to close deals and have fun. Yeah.
It's so much stress that I just don't want to. I love that they can do that. Like I just would go nuts.
Yeah, you'd rather party at the gala instead of playing.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, personally wise, I mean, honestly, I just want to keep traveling the world, and I really want to see more of like Europe and Asia and just everything.
And if there was one person in the world that you would ever like, I shouldn't say world, like if you were to create this one character in your mind, right?
Yeah.
Like someone you'd actually marry, like when do you think you'll be? Like 50, 60?
I don't know. I would say, I would guess 85. At this point, I always tell people, I think I'm going to make a shirt. I think, I think the one thing I'm for sure I love and I'm good with commitments is mortgage and title commitment. The only commitments I'm really good at negotiating.
I'm sure Gunnar will be happy to hear that.
It kills it for me, man. But then, honestly, I don't know where dude. The crazy part is I could find someone tomorrow. I could find it in 20 years. I've learned not to plan it, and whatever happens type thing, right? Yeah. So I think that's been the most. I was a very pessimistic person throughout a lot of my 20s. But now I'm starting to become more optimistic.
So do you think George has finally found George? Is that what it is?
I'm getting there. I'm discovering. It's crazy. You learn a lot of things. And I'm a big mental health advocate too.
Yeah.
Someone who has anxiety and OCD. I'm not afraid to tell people. I'm super open about it. That's helped me with real estate, but it's also spiked a lot of it in a way where it just heightens. But it helps you be successful. Yeah, man.
You're speaking to another person in that club. So.
I don't know.
What up, bro?
It's just crazy, man. I think
I'll see you at 3 a.m.
I think for me, that's pretty much where I'm at in life. Like personally wise, I just want to keep seeing all my friends' kids grow and like my best friend PJ's kids like are my world, like my kids. He is like they have a total like 7 kids, but it's I just like seeing everybody's families grow and just seeing them develop. And I'm just gonna keep doing my thing.
Was PJ? Wait, time out. Was PJ the lover boy pizza delivery guy at Julio's?
That's one of my best friends. He's we both like literally worked together since we were 16.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. He's got 7 kids. Was he the pizza delivery lover boy?
He could have been. It's mind blowing because I just didn't think that real estate was going to take so like off for me. I didn't know. I just expected to be like this little thing, and I just can't believe in 6 years how fast that flew. But also just the amount of people I've helped, and it's cool. I have no complaints about the business, and there's always going to be complaints about certain things, but we just can't.
I'm going to show that one there. Sorry, PJ.
No,
There's PJ with one of his 7 kids.
And my goddaughter's 10, so she's got a phone and she barely talks to me anymore because she's like this sassy little thing now. So I think that's rewarding, is to seeing the people around me also grow too. I mean, I listen, I love being successful myself, but seeing like my best friends, my brother.
Well, listen, dude, I'm gonna say one thing though, and this holds true.
Yeah.
You got to enjoy the hard work. So for you, it's not hard work because you enjoy it, right?
I think that's what it comes down to. Like, I think there's definitely that hard work, but I think a lot of agents are like, oh, I'm so busy. I'm like, well, how many deals do you have? They're like, I got 2. I'm like, well, I mean, that's okay. I mean,
yeah.
Sure. I'm sitting here trying to scramble with like 3 or 4 or 5 or 6, and they all have different issues going on. But I think a lot of people you have to learn pressure, and you have to learn time sensitive and being responsive to the other agent. Yeah. If you're not responsive with that other agent, man, like that's everything. I mean, it's just like a relationship, right? Like if you're not responsive with your significant other, they're gonna be like, well, does he even value or respect me? You know? Sure. It really does transition to personal. It's kind of really wild, to be honest with you.
And when you're not as responsive, then you're just not into her.
Was it that movie, He's Just Not Into You?
Yeah. And I think that's a great note to end this episode. I gotta say, it was a privilege. I was so excited to have you on that I legitimately, my entire structure, the way I do things, it just got totally blown to shit because we just had so much fun. I told you the hour would go fast, right?
I mean, does the shirt come off at this point?
That's up to you. I mean, if you want,
I guess definitely this has yeah. It's just
to the 3 people that have made it to the end. I know you held out for this.
I waited an hour for this.
You finally no. Hold on. I got to take a picture of this before we go. Hold on. Here we go. Okay. Cheese. And on that note, everyone, you are listening to one of the best and brightest realtors, and all joking aside, literally a beast in the business. I have no reason but to doubt your success. You doubt it. Wait, that did not come right. That actually.
No, I know what you mean.
That's not what I meant to say.
No, I appreciate everything. You bringing me on here, and I just love it.
Yeah, man. I love you, man. You're the man. This is why if you can go into a competitive, cutthroat industry and find people like us, right? Yeah. Regardless if we work together or not, that enjoy camaraderie, that are high producers, that fun. Enjoy ourselves, but are very good at what we do. That's what makes this so enjoyable. It really 100%. Does. Yeah, absolutely.
It's everything.
Well, listen, can I have a verbal commitment to have you on again?
100% yes.
My man. The millions of viewers out there, and especially PJ, thank you for watching another edition of Superstars Podcast. If you want to buy or sell a home in Bucks County, there is no one other than the beast, George Berdomas.
But I think you're also getting a mortgage. I can't do the point. I can't get the mortgage side of it. I can't freaking do it anyway.
Everyone have a good night. Thanks for watching another edition of the Superstars Podcast. Follow us on Facebook at Superstars Podcast. Peace.